All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of the Always Chillin' Podcast. Skinny D and the Sandman in the barbershop once again. We took a couple weeks off because my fucking dog died.
Rest in peace, homie.
Yeah, that shit sucked. I'm gonna try not to cry on the podcast, but it fucking sucks, dude.
That's a hard time for a man.
Yeah, well, it was tough, and it's super hard for my wife, and it's super hard to watch
Made me
my
go
wife
grab
be
my
that
dudes,
sad,
man.
Dude. I mean, grab them 1,000 more times, man. Appreciate the shit out of that. And dude, I was thinking about it because when that shit happened, like your dog had diabetes or whatever, and I was sitting there like no, like not hating at all, but just like, man, that would suck. You know, like it would suck to have a dog with diabetes. It sucked to have to give him an insulin shot every day. It sucked to have to worry about that. And I was sitting at home feeling like, man, I'm so lucky all my dogs are healthy or whatever. And now I'm sitting here like wishing my dog just had diabetes. You know,
Yeah,
like I'd kill somebody to have my dog back with diabetes.
yeah.
Like I'd give her an insulin shot 10
Every
times
day.
a day if I had to.
Yeah.
I'd
yeah,
wake up every hour, every night for the rest of my life, give her an insulin shot if I had to.
Yeah.
Like, so.
It's like it's your baby.
Yeah. I mean,
Four-legged baby.
It was my baby. Yeah, I mean, you already do, I know, but fucking cherish those things, man.
Yeah, man. We almost
really
lost our
important.
guy, man. That was
Yeah,
that was a
shit's
hard
scary,
deal for
dude.
me. It ain't just a dog, man.
Yeah, it's really not.
That's your best friend.
Mhm.
They know when shit ain't right. They'll come
Yeah.
stand by your foot, look up
Mhm.
at you, like, yeah, man. Like, I'll be all right, man. I'll be all right. I'll be all right. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Rest
for
in
real,
peace,
bro.
homie.
Seriously. Yeah. Anyway, you wanted to talk about which organization in prison is the most organized.
Yeah, had a discussion. The
Which
other day.
organized organization?
Who would they ask me? Which group is the most organized in prison?
Organized in what? Like, what do you mean by organized? Like,
Well, first,
they have like a hierarchy and there's
Yeah.
structural.
the
and
hierarchy, the
there's like-
structure.
there's like officers and
lieutenants.
yeah.
Your couple, all that.
Okay.
Everybody in the room was wrong. It's the Mexicans,
Really?
and
I
I'm not
guess-
even just gonna
I
say
guess the black
Mexicans, because there's obviously different Latino groups.
Yeah, Latino. Yeah.
But it's a word I don't think many, and in all respect, the Paisas, man, them motherfuckers run that motherfucker, man. And a Paisa is gonna be different than a Sureños or a Norteños or 18. Yeah. A matter of fact, the Paisas, to be involved with them, you can't be in a gang. They don't want you. And, like, if you want to go come join their organization, you gotta get out of the Sureños. You gotta get out of the Norteños. You gotta get out of that 18 shit. Whatever gang you're in, like, to come over here and fuck with us, you can't be in that shit. They just operate so much more differently than any other race group in there. They could have beef on the streets. These dudes could have been bucking at each other every other day, but when they come in there,
They're good.
squash that shit. Now, when y'all get out of here, y'all do what y'all do. But because of what we are and how we handle ourselves in here, you can't be
it
enemies.
seems like the way to do it.
Yeah.
Like, as far as success and survival.
Bloods and Crips, you ain't gonna get that so much because, but we're gonna rule in numbers. If you put all the black gangs together, your Bloods, your Crips, your whatevers and your whatevers, we're always gonna have numbers. If we decide to get together, and there was maybe one or two times that I can remember where that ever happened in there. But because Bloods and Crips, they don't have a lieutenant, a sergeant. There's no, and it may be ran like that, but there's no, you ain't paying dues. You're not gonna tell somebody like me that I gotta pay dues for something that I'm putting in work. I'd put in just as much work. I'm in here too with you, motherfucker. Why you think I'm in here? I'm putting in work. So how the fuck I'm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There ain't gonna be that where you get care packages, and for the most part, if you got your Muslims and your God bodies, and they are what they sound like they are, but also have a gang mentality. Like the Muslim cats, yeah, they'll strap up and They'll bang with you too. The guy bodies, yeah, they'll shank up, strap up, they'll bang with you too, and go read their Bible. You know what I mean? After,
Damn.
yeah. So as far as numbers, and then there's so many cutoff lines. You know, then I'm forgetting the others. The others are gonna be like the Asian cats, Samoans, native cats. They're gonna be the others, and naturally they're gonna roll with the blacks. Whatever gang they were in on the streets, whatever. But naturally, because they're others, they're gonna roll with us. So
Mm.
that's more numbers for us. Now, and I know this varies from prison to prison. At least in Nebraska, where I was at NSP, more Tecumseh. Your Mexican gangs are gonna roll with the white gangs. They're not gonna roll with us. Where
I kind of would have expected that.
yeah, they're always gonna roll with the white gangs.
Oh.
They can deal with the ABs. They can deal with the Peckerwoods. They can they. There's been cases where I've seen where they ate together, and that's a big deal. You know what I mean? Who you eat with in the chow hall, where the others, like I said, the Samoans, the Asians, let me say they're that's our cutoff line. So there's that cutoff line as far as that. But as far as the most organized is going to be the Pisces. One of their dudes come in, man. They got a whole care package for this dude. This dude, and it's going to be a box: food, soap, everything, clothes, shoes, money, whatever this dude.
That's how you do it, man.
I mean, where if a black dude comes in and he's
That's
a
how you-
blood from this hood, it's just going to be those bloods.
Mm.
You know what I mean? It ain't going to be,
That's how you keep membership up, dude.
yeah. I mean,
That's just good marketing.
and that's the whole point.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your numbers up.
Yeah. Gotta keep morale high, dude.
You got to keep morale high.
You just got to jail. I don't want you to be depressed. I want you
Nah.
to have snacks.
Come over here, bro.
Uh-huh.
You got to roll with us. This is what it is. This is what it ain't.
That makes sense.
This
That's
is
right.
it.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I would say the
kudos.
Pisces.
That's good.
And everybody thinks they're little goofy looking, little Mexican dudes, where I had to learn, what the fuck. There was a case where, I won't say Lil Homie's name, but there's very few mirrors in prison, right?
Mm.
And for some reason, the mirrors were all like ab level. So you had to like scrunch down. And it wasn't even really a mirror. I think it was just a piece of steel that was reflective or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But
No glass, probably.
right. Not every sink had one. So, if you want to flex out a little bit before, lockdown or something, you know what I mean? You baby oil up, flex out in the mirror, dudes be doing and shit. Well, I see little essay over here, you know what I mean? He got his towel out, you know what I mean? And when you see a dude put his towel over the sink, he going to be here for a minute.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Go ahead and fall out. So I see little homie, ready to start fucking with little dude. So I had to call little homie over there like, hey, man, let me holler at you for a minute before you bust your move. I ain't telling you not to do it. But, hey, I know he looks goofy to you, but that dude right there, your whole family will be dead by the time you wake up tomorrow. Leave little homie alone. And he looks at me, and I'm like, I'm dead fucking serious, dog. Where them little Sureños dudes and those little Norteños dudes, like, and all due respect, this is just what I saw in there, a lot from the Norteños and the Sureños. Like, they rat pack you. They'll never give you a head up fade. That was just their style. So that was the difference. Like, yeah, you can probably go do that to them. You might even be able to smack a couple of them around, you know what I mean, if you catch them by themselves or something. But this guy over here, don't. And I'm sitting at the chow hall one morning with him. And I noticed, a lot of these dudes, they got the gold teeth and shit, the outline, they don't have the solid, you know what I mean? And this dude, but he laughed or something or opened his mouth or something, and I just happened to look, man, all gold molders in the back. So I'm like, ooh, all of them had that. That's the click. Yeah, that's how you know these motherfuckers is hitters. And everybody will be gone tonight. So that's probably the most organized and powerful organization that I ever seen with my eyes on a prison compound.
Makes sense. I get it.
Over everybody. Like almost probably having the warden on the payroll. I wouldn't doubt that with some of them. So I give credit to that. Numbers, I give it to the blacks. a lot of white guys when they come into prison. And I was a mind fucker. I consider myself a mind fucker. So I saw, after, being in prison for so many years, like, he's probably not racist on the streets.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, like, I just can't ever go to prison because I don't want to associate with.
Because you're gonna
Nazis.
have to.
Like, I don't want to. Like,
But you're gonna have to.
I know. That's why I just can't. I just can't go to prison. Like, I don't want to hang out with you, dude.
You got to.
Like, I don't want. Like, I don't want. I'd be over there. Like, I mean, black people are all right. Like,
yeah, I'm cool with them. Shit, I had white homies that I grew up with on the streets.
Yeah.
Like, he knew what it was. I knew what it was. But yeah, man. I mean,
I'd be at chow. Like, I mean, like maybe they're kind of cool, right?
No.
Like, nope. I'd be like, I mean, Will Smith,
Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
Dude,
you gotta click up. You're gonna have to click up. You gotta, and especially being white in prison, where they're probably gonna be can be one of the lowest groups in numbers. And that's why they deal with the Mexicans.
But I get to hang out in the veteran group, though.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would.
So maybe it wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah, you would. And them dudes, they, for the most part, like I said, they kept their nose clean.
Yeah. Like,
They had all the respect in the world. They were one of the only groups in there that were allowed to have T-shirts, like custom made to let you know they were vets. Man, some of the artwork.
Oh, really?
Man, I wish I could show you. I'm gonna look up the site and see if I can show you some of the artwork that some of these dudes
cool.
would come up with for their veteran T-shirts. You had Ma'at, which was a black power movement group. They had custom T-shirts. The vets did. The native cats, they got to wear their custom T-shirts, and there were a couple other groups that legitimately got to.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a lot of people. It seems like enough people that at that point you might as well just let everybody have a custom.
Yeah,
T-shirt,
pretty much each group. Yeah, well, I guess I should have said that. As long as it wasn't gang activity.
Like, that's a lot of people. Okay. Oh, so they didn't want you like coordinating.
No. As long as it wasn't gang activity,
I see.
You were allowed to wear.
I see. I was like, who cares if you wear custom T-shirts? But
yeah,
I got you.
I mean, because there were outside groups, like there would be an outside veteran group that would come in and have a sit down with these guys, just like the Muslim cats. They would have a imam would do same thing. Everybody, same thing with the food. I learned to love a lot of fucking shit in prison, man, that I would fucking never probably would have ate in my life. But because you got what do Irish people eat?
Corned beef
and cabbage.
Yeah.
I fucking laid eyes on that
good.
the first time ever in my life in prison. Like, yo, is this shit cooked? Did they cook this shit? Why is it pink?
It's pink.
I eat the potatoes, man,
corn,
and that's
man.
it. And the cornbread.
What's like Christmas and stuff like? Is it?
It's another day, man.
Is it jollier? Are
No.
people in a better mood? Are people in a worse
Matter of
mood
fact-
because it's Christmas? Does
matter of
it being
fact-
Christmas like make people more pissed?
Was it Christmas?
Is there any like celebration happening at all?
No. I think it was either Christmas or Thanksgiving. And like you get you get tuna cans and shit, right? I think that's the only can you can. They eventually stopped selling them because of this ordeal.
Yeah,
I'll
I was
just
say
say
that. I
that.
feel like you shouldn't be.
But
I feel like you shouldn't have any can.
And you can get sausages off the commissary and shit. So dudes would wrap some tape around it, hide it behind the ice machine. So as long as you sanitize it, like the knife back there. It became a tool everybody could use to conveniently cut your sausages and shit.
Yeah.
Well, motherfuckers is taping them up, sharpening them up and shit. And I'm outside rolling up a cigarette, and you kind of sense the commotion behind you, but you're not thinking it is what it is, type deal. And I turn around, man, and the doors they didn't blow them off, but it seemed like the doors blew off. And all I saw was two motherfuckers with two to can tops just. It was either Christmas or Thanksgiving Day.
Damn.
So yeah, I would say motherfuckers get
extra mad.
extra mad.
Yeah.
Some motherfuckers, can't handle it.
Is there any like holiday at all that
Howard's Day,
anybody
bro.
cares about?
That's
Howard's
it.
Day?
I mean, we get a special meal on those days.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a special meal. That's when we get like real food, sort of say. But if the best holiday as far as like that goes, getting like the real food and shit was Howard's Day. Like that was Christmas, that was Thanksgiving, that was Halloween, that was 4th of July, all that
I
shit.
just figured there would still be like groups of dudes that would care enough about Christmas to like do something like I don't know.
I mean,
do something like dudes.
Not in my unit.
Motherfuckers singing Silent Night or something, or like I got you this.
Bro, to tell you the truth, it had their like without watching TV and shit and seeing the commercials, you wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask too. Like, does it even feel like seasons are happening? Like when it's like right now it's about to be like spooky season and shit, Like,
nah, it's hot and cold.
Yeah, it's just like
it's hot and cold.
There's no like vibes in there. Like,
nah, we don't say summer, hot time, cold time.
Hot time, cold time.
That's it.
I guess that makes sense because
I can't remember what year.
You like watching TV sometimes, maybe, but you have like scary movies on around Halloween or some shit.
That's it. I forgot it was my birthday one time, bro.
Really? I mean,
until I started getting birthday cards and shit. I was
Yeah.
like, oh fuck, it's my birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I can see how that would happen because like in Afghanistan and even in the field in California and stuff, I was like, I would never keep track of what day it was for what,
Well, yeah.
I'm here until they tell me to get in the car.
I'm here till I'm done with this shit.
Yeah.
And as soon as I start thinking about the streets, I get angry at myself. First motherfucker to roll up, I'm putting it on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like what that was doing. It's making me not safe in here. Yeah. Like I can't be my
and
girl out there.
It's your own fault. Too,
I can't. I wonder what mom. You know what I mean? I'm in here. Because of me, whatever. Yeah. I've always came to terms with that. I ain't never blamed my shit on nobody else. But as soon as I start thinking about them bricks or the world, as we used to say, as soon as I start thinking about the world, that's when I get something stuck up in me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or I get victimized in here, or I do something. So yeah, I left the world alone. My first number. It took me probably a year, my first number, where I just had to leave the world alone. And it is what it is. I had to stop writing. I had to just to program myself to this shit. You know what I mean? Because I ain't going nowhere for a minute.
Well, you can't be like half and half.
Nah, you can't be half and half. No. I don't belong. You do.
You're here,
you do.
Here.
You do. And I used to get angry at guys when these motherfuckers got me in here. I was never that guy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'd go to my mental health classes and tell them motherfuckers straight up, like, hey, man, yeah, I did that shit. Shit, had fun. I did think I could get away with it. What were you thinking? I wasn't. You know what I mean? Yeah. Shit, obviously I wasn't.
I didn't think I was going to go to jail.
I didn't think I'd be here.
Yeah,
I
wasn't thinking about this.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I had to leave the world. It took me probably about 9-10 months where I once I left the world alone, I won't say my time got easier because it definitely didn't get easier, but I learned to fall in.
Yeah.
Which is another slang that we fall in.
Mm-hmm.
Or when you hear a guy like that, man, I shouldn't be here, man. You one of the sayings in there is lay down and lick your nuts, homie. You know what I'm saying? Lay down and lick your nuts.
I mean, there's a little bit of that when you first get into the Marine Corps. There's a dude who at School of Infantry, ITB, he fucking the first weekend we got to leave, he just left and never came back. But then
I've never asked that. We're guys like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah, there's dudes that because after you're done with boot camp, you get to go on leave for a week, and then you got to go back to ITB or your MOS school or wherever you're going. And some dudes will just never show up for MOS school. They'll just be they'll get done with boot camp and be like, fuck that. And
so what's the consequence to that?
I mean, you go to jail.
Word.
If you actually desert, they'll come get you and be like, come on, come back. And if you come back on your own, it's not that bad. You just get restriction and stuff. There's a dude, one of my friends, he fucking just lost his marbles and just fucking wanted to go home for a month, and then he eventually just showed back up. He's like, fuck. And they put him, if you come back on your own, you just get put on restriction, which is just basically you're not allowed to wear any civilian clothes. You got to wear your camis and shit all the time. You're not allowed to go anywhere. You're not allowed to drive. You're not allowed to leave base, and like you're only allowed to like be in your room. Yeah, pretty much.
Parole. You
Pretty
can't
much.
own a car. You can't have a bank account.
Yeah, yeah, kind of. It's kind of. And then usually like they make you like clean and shit.
We may
Pretty
or
much all.
may not take good time from you, so you may or may not have to stay
Yeah.
90 days longer than your contract.
No, I don't think anything like that. No, because I don't think they can make you because it's a contract. So like,
No
it's
incarceration,
over on
though.
this day. No, not if you come back on your own. I
If you
think
come back on
if you
your
like straight up desert and never come back,
Going to jail.
and you get like usually they don't like actually come get you. Like sometimes dudes from your unit like just know where you live and they'll just be like, dude, come back for real. Like the shit's fucked up. You got to go back or you're gonna go to jail or whatever. But and then after that, it's just like if you get pulled over or something, the cop will run your ID and be like, oh, you fucking deserted the Marine Corps. Dude.
So
Like,
all law enforcement agencies, this is going to be a bolo for all law enforcement.
yeah, I mean,
agencies.
it wouldn't necessarily be a bolo, but I think you would have like a warrant type situation. Like they wouldn't be like alert. There's a
Oh,
missing
yeah,
Marine.
that's
Like
all,
like
yeah.
a dude goes missing every day. Like there's a dude that leaves the base and never comes. Dudes try to escape from boot camp. They like climb the fence to the airport and shit. There's a dude running across the runway. It's just fucking crazy. The San Diego airport.
And the reason I asked that, in prison they call it, well, you got to escape. Obviously, you got to
Yeah.
escape. But there's this word I had to learn. It's called absconding,
Oh yeah,
where it's
absconding,
not
yeah.
quite escape. They probably even know where you are, and they're gonna let you, make up your mind whether you want to come back or not.
Okay, yeah. So I guess not leaving during the Marine Corps shit. That's probably like more like absconding. I guess.
Absconding, right.
Yeah, there's a dude. What was his name? Thatcher.
But for
That was
absconding,
never fucking came back.
I think they can give you an extra 6 months. Very rare.
That makes sense since you're in jail and shit.
Very rare, but in prison they got good time and then they have positive time. So you're gonna lose one or the other.
I see.
Whether they lengthen your parole or they lengthen your time. So it's lose either way. But it's
Yeah.
called absconding, not quite escape.
Yeah, there's not quite as in the beginning. There's dudes dropping off every once in a while, and then by the time you get to Afghanistan, especially, nobody's really like.
So when you come sign up, say I want to be a Marine.
Yeah.
Where's the line where you're thinking maybe this ain't for me, where you can respectfully drop out? Is that allowed? Nothing mental, nothing
like-
physical. You just, hey, this ain't for me.
I don't know because I never thought about
Never
it.
thought about it. Never saw a guy do that like that.
I mean, I saw people do it. Like there's people that quit in boot camp and stuff, but I don't know what happened to them. I don't know if they were just like, all right, like you never finished boot camp, so whatever. Like I don't know at what point you're obligated.
Do they tell you?
Because I signed a contract before I even went to boot
Yeah,
camp.
it's a contract, right?
Yeah. So I don't really know. And like it never like I'm not even trying to be like I'm a fucking like it wasn't I knew I wasn't gonna quit, so I never even like I didn't ask. You know, and like unless I actually want to quit, I'm not gonna go up to the drill instructor and be like, hey, how do I quit?
So
Like,
if I want to quit,
yeah, like that's just not a conversation anybody and they don't tell you because they don't want you to do it.
okay, that was my next
So
question.
they don't so they make you kind of scared of like
even
thinking about
thinking
it.
about it.
Kinda, yeah. It's probably more to do with that than anything about like,
Mind
my
fucking-
conviction or anything, but
That's
it's like
a
they
mind
make you
fuck.
really like they make you really worried about what'll happen to you if you don't finish and stuff, you know. Which is, I mean, it makes sense, and it's
Makes a
supposed to be
whole
a
lot of
stressful
sense.
situation. I'm not saying it shouldn't be like that, but
makes a whole lot of sense.
yeah. So you have dudes dropping off a lot at first because there are dudes that show up at boot camp and they're just like, I can't do this, and then they just don't, and then like they can't fucking make you do it, so you just get sent off somewhere until they do all the paperwork to get you out. I don't really know. I don't know if you definitely don't go to like jail for quitting. You go to jail for like deserting, like, abandoning your post or whatever. But yeah, so there's a little bit of that, and then like right before you deploy, there's a little bit of that too, because you'll have some dudes who like are like scared, like I don't want to, and they'll like fucking take a baseball bat to their own fucking ankle or whatever. So and then you'll have a couple of those, and you'll never see those guys again. But then by the time you get to Afghanistan, everybody's pretty down, you know.
I'm
like,
ready.
Like this is what I'm here
Let's
for.
get it.
Yeah, like this is what I've been working for the last year or whatever. So I'm like everybody there is like down to roll at that point.
I've done this twice where I've been sentenced to prison where I just stayed in the county jail. I think it was my second number where I was like, nah, I got more time than money right now. I got kids out there and shit. I'd rather, just leave me be. They'll credit this time.
Mm-hmm.
Where the transition, where I was already in jail for, I think, like 14, 15 months. And I know I'm about to get 42 more months. That transition is about to be sweet. Yeah. I've been doing it already.
Oh, yeah.
Where
I see.
My third number, I'm in the county jail, and I'm like, yeah, come get me up out of here, because I know I'm going back. And they're probably going to charge me with the bitch. Mm-hmm. And that's a flat dime. So I was like, I got some shit I got to do while I wait for this sentencing, because I know I'm coming back. Which was, and I said, I guess I never thought about this, because I said my third number was probably some of the hardest time I ever did. Because now I'm in my 30s now, not my 20s.
Yeah.
And I got sentenced off of the street, where I was on the street for a whole 11 months before I got sentenced. So I went into D&E smelling like the bricks, as they would say. So I just put that together. Yeah, that's probably why that was some of the hardest time I did. I got sentenced right off the streets.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy,
I was sleeping in my bed one night. Next night I was in prison.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how boot camp felt. I mean, not the same as prison. I wasn't worried about my life or anything.
Yeah, almost like being deployed. And I won't lie, bro. I thought about probably those last 30 days, dog. I was gonna head up to the mountains, man, and become that guy. Like it was.
Yeah, that shit's real, dude.
It would have been real easy for me to do.
Yeah.
Fuck, we had went up there and looked it out and everything, man. Like
you're like, I could stay here.
Golden Springs, Colorado.
You're like, I could live here for a while.
I could be up here for a minute.
Yeah, I mean it happens, dude.
Till I saw the gold. I think it was an old gold mine, and the bars were bent.
Oh, ooh.
I was like, oh nah, I'm good.
Zombies, bro.
I thought I could do it. Man. I think he said bears hibernate in there.
Yeah, fuck that too.
I was like, a bear didn't do that shit though, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Damn, the shit, man.
Yeah,
I was
sometimes like right before you deploy, dudes just realize like, oh, this shit ain't for me.
It ain't for me.
Like, oh, I'm actually gonna deploy tomorrow, and I actually don't want to, and then they have to like jump off the balcony and break their ankle or something, so they can't go. Like, it's only like there's only like a couple of those.
Is a broken leg enough not to get deployed?
Yeah, man.
Really?
Oh yeah, because like you can't be in a firefight with a broken leg. Like you're fucked.
No, I mean we'll patch your ass up on the plane on the way over there.
Oh,
you
no,
can
you
lay down for a couple
you just don't
weeks.
go. You just don't go. Yeah, you'll just be in a cast for a while and.
Damn, I couldn't just do that to myself.
Dudes, they'll take a sledgehammer, like bang.
Jesus.
Yeah, one dude. He wasn't in our. I don't think he was in our battalion. I think I just heard about it from another battalion. But one dude like shot himself in the foot. Yeah, they'll like.
Has there ever been a case where like, nah, you little asshole, coming anyway?
I mean, maybe if I'm sure if they didn't hurt themselves bad enough, like if you just
didn't do it enough.
If you just sprained your ankle instead of breaking it, I bet they would be like, yeah, motherfucker, let's go. And this
ice that up on the plane.
First few weeks of this are gonna fucking suck. Yeah, but if you like, because if you need to get like put in a cast or surgery or something, like they're not gonna hold the plane for you. Like everybody else is going, and you're gonna be at the hospital getting your cast put on, or whatever. So yeah, dudes will do it, and then some dudes will decide they're a conscientious objector, you know. They're like, I don't agree with war. And it's like, why the fuck did you join the Marine Corps?
Why did you join the Marine Corps?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's those guys always conflict me.
There's one dude in boot camp, I was like, because you have those conversations like, oh, hey, why'd you join? It's probably like the what'd you do conversation. Like, oh, hey, why did you join? This dude's like, oh, I joined to spread the word of Christ. We're like, man, good luck with that. I don't think that's what you're gonna be doing.
Yeah, that's not what we do.
Like, I don't think that's what you're gonna be spreading.
You know which branch you joined, right?
Like,
you know we the first motherfuckers to go fuck shit up.
He's like, I want to go to Afghanistan and convert people to Christianity. I'm like, dude, that's like whatever.
All right,
like,
man.
That doesn't sound like they'll like it that much.
Yeah, you know why? That's why they shoot people, motherfucker. It's like, what the fuck, doc?
Like nobody here likes you.
Nobody. Yeah, you in the wrong spot, homie.
Yeah, I'm just kidding him. He was cool. I liked him. But I was just like, I think you got the wrong idea here, dude.
That would be like a god body in prison. Like, why they call you preacher? Like, there's two dudes I knew, like, nicknamed preacher, but like, man, you're a fucking bank robber and motherfucker, you a killer. Like, what the fuck, doc? Shut up, man.
That's funny.
Who made you the reverend of the fucking prison?
That's crazy, man.
Hey, I like that right there.
This is YG. YG Toxic.
He's so hit and miss with me.
This is pretty good. It's a little like auto-tuning.
What's the one? Him and Mozzie. Is that a double album they did?
I don't know.
I like.
I couldn't even tell you a YG song, to be honest with you. Besides this one. That's only because I just saw it.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Hey,
man, they trying to get your boy, man.
Yeah, that's. But this one, like,
come on, speak on it. Speak on it.
I'm skeptical about this one.
It's a bit bubblegummy, right?
Yeah, well, it's like all the reports were like reports of maybe alleged gunshots, and it's like, what do you mean? Like, you would know if somebody shot bullets or not.
I think, y'all shitting on the word alleged just too much. Like, I know what it means, but get the fuck out.
So this time, like, I don't want to make light of any assassination attempt that actually happens, whatever. But it just seems like stuff isn't going super well for him. And last time he almost got assassinated, it gave him a huge boost. So maybe he thought that if, like, people thought he was almost assassinated again, he would get another boost, you know?
See, that's why you my dog. That's why we that's just how
I feel about it.
We can think the same sometimes. Like the first one,
that was legit, man. Somebody died. Like that's
like they got
legit.
him.
Yeah.
This one,
it's like, well, and they're like, the Secret Service saw a rifle barrel poking through a fence. I'm like, how the fuck did you?
That sounds like a cartoon,
like, how
right?
the fuck did you see that?
Like Tom's over in the bushes about to hit Jerry with the bang that comes out. Like, man, come on. Then it's almost every one where they say he's been on the CIA or FBI or both radar since 2019.
Yeah, it's like
all my life,
like you can't just run around arresting people just because you think they're gonna do something. Like,
right? And why is that always?
What movie is that where he can see like crimes in the future, and then like arrest people before they? Is that Minority Report?
Is that? Who's in that? Mel Gibson? Is that Mel Gibson?
Nah, isn't Minority Report Tom
Cruise? It's one of them fools.
Let's see what happens in Minority Report.
Yeah, I think it is Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah, it's Tom Cruise. Yeah.
The one I'm thinking of Mel Gibson is when he, the conspiracy theorist.
Apprehends criminals by the use of foreknowledge provided by psychics known as precogs.
He's on the wall with the shit.
Yeah, so they can see crimes before they happen, and then they arrest people before they do the crime. Like, I don't think you should be trying to arrest people before a crime is committed. So the FBI can't just be like rounding people off the fucking streets, and just because they think they're gonna maybe assassinate somebody or whatever.
I agree, but that's always they always throw that in. He's been on the radar since the last one. Been on the radar. The last one's been on the radar. And I'm like, well,
I think the news just likes to do that to make the FBI look stupid or something. But it's like, what are they gonna do? Like, all they can do is watch him until he does something.
And that's
so he was on the watch list. They were watching him. They caught him before he killed anybody. So,
and I said the same thing. And I'm like, yo, they got it.
Like, good job. Like, I don't.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they can't just. That's like seeing me ride my bike. I can't remember how I said. Seeing me ride my bike down the street and it's black, and a black bike got stolen yesterday, and they stopped me. You can't go around doing that. I'd have so many lawsuits.
Well, it's like there being a nice bike on the sidewalk and arresting you for looking at it is what it's like.
You can't.
Yeah, like,
can't do that.
You can't do that.
Mental health issues. We can sit and talk about that all day.
I mean, those are always going to be a problem.
It's not going away.
Like, mental health is like, I have to tell you that there's something wrong with me. And if I never tell you that there's something wrong with me, you'll never know.
Unless I'm acting erratically.
And in order for me to get mental health treatment, I have to want it. So there's no, like, I don't know.
I hate that they put the stigma.
No amount of, like, I don't like the. I really don't like the stigma about like
people.
I really don't like the stigma about like PTSD.
Okay, you see where or he's been same thing.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Same
prison
thing.
too. Yeah, like
I'm like, man, y'all making. I see
like he has PTSD, so he's definitely gonna be violent. Right
he's
now.
gonna snap.
Yeah, like I don't like that. It doesn't feel good.
Just because of this side of town that I'm on, and the bus stop being closed, I see quite a few people with, let's say, some mental health issues.
Yeah.
One guy, harmless as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's different and he may have a twitch while he's walking down the street, now you got people looking at this dude and may do some stupid shit to him.
Well, mentally ill doesn't mean
crazy,
evil, or violent.
It doesn't mean evil. It doesn't mean crazy.
Sometimes it means like way too friendly. You know?
No stranger danger.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, my guy that walks, he works a fucking 9 to 5.
Yeah.
Harmless as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a cool guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But guy on the next block might not be, and he won't know
Might
it.
not be so cool.
You know what I mean?
So
So
he might think everybody's cool because he hasn't met anybody that's not
Right.
cool yet.
all right,
You know?
that bothers me when they mental health issue. I'm like,
Yeah. I mean, it's real. Mental health issues
It's
are real. It's
real,
just
but
like
don't put the
if
stigma
the
on
dude
those.
never says, "Hey, I'm thinking about shooting the president. I need to go to therapy." Like it's no amount of like free therapy or whatever. Like he has to want it and go to it.
Period.
Yeah. Even if there was if the government put a free therapist on every corner, like
'Cause then we talk, or
like you still have to go talk to him.
you still stop and got to talk to them. Or I said, if they start snatching motherfuckers up, now we talking about kidnapping.
Yeah.
So motherfucker got to want to stop and talk to that motherfucker.
Mhm. Yeah, and you can't just be putting people in mental health asylums and shit. They don't do that
They
anymore.
don't do that no more. Then just to slap some comedy on it. Yeah, he's a goofy looking motherfucker. Goofy looking motherfucker, but shit. So is Donald Trump. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
So is Joe Biden.
Uh-huh.
All some goofy looking motherfuckers. But yeah, I said what I said. I said I wouldn't put it past Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, and Donald Trump to all sit at the table together and playing this shit. The first one and this one.
I feel like it's a WWE, man.
Come on, man. Come on with it. The circles haven't stopped. Probably start with the Clintons, man. These circles, all these circles entwine with each other. I mean, Kamala and Biden at least knew about it, or Biden and fucking Trump. I think they all knew what the scenario was going to be. Biden probably knew that he was going to step down last year, or he probably knew the shit was going to happen when he came in.
Probably.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, none of this shit is
probably knew
happening
when
by
he-
surprise.
He probably
y'all.
knew when he was vice president. Obama probably told him,
Probably been that probably was discussed back then. Like, Joe, hey man,
"You're gonna be president.
you're gonna be president for a
like
minute.
8 years or whatever."
We waiting for her to get done with her shit right quick, and
Mhm.
then we gonna get her in there, and
Mhm.
we'll talk about it when the time comes. I wouldn't put them past none of them motherfuckers. They're all friends, bro. They're all millionaires. For a motherfucker to get on, okay, if we got on stage and did a debate, me and you, we
Okay.
don't know each other,
Yeah.
and I say, this motherfucker over here on some bullshit. I don't like the car he drive. I don't like the motherfucker sandals he drives. Fuck him. Okay? And then I win. I become president, right?
Uh-huh.
Now, all this shit I just talked about you, your car, your sandals and shit. Hey, man, you want to come work with me?
Yes.
You see? That's because we homies.
Yes.
We just put that jelly on it for these motherfuckers, man. I don't believe any
Yeah.
of this shit.
I know.
But
It's all fucked up.
it's all fucked up.
It's all fucked up.
If it happens again, I don't believe in it.
I don't know. I do think Kamala's gonna win, though. It does really seem.
I
like
think they're
it
setting
does
it
really
up for
seem
that.
like it's going.
I think
that
they're
way.
setting it up for that.
Yeah, I don't know if they're setting it up for that or if that's just what's going to happen. But I mean, Trump seems like he's just falling apart.
Well,
Seems like he's losing it.
I didn't watch the
He's like-
debate when he went off on they're eating the heat. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. Which I mean, whether it's true or not, it's a weird thing to say.
It's
during,
a weird fucking thing to
during
say.
a presidential debates, man.
The proof of it, I mean, I'm watching. I do watch more YouTube than I do regular TV. I couldn't even tell you what shows are on TV until
Yeah, me
NBA season
I watch
comes
the
up.
shit out of you. I got YouTube
Uh,
Premium, man.
The
so I don't
Golden
got ads.
Bachelor. I missed that episode tonight, but that's probably all about I watch. But anyway, I'm watching a lot of videos. Aurora, Denver, Chicago, Springfield, Ohio, where some of these people say yay, and some people say nay.
But
There's
how
a town, Springfield, Ohio, where they're on the street corners and they got the grocery carts.
Mhm.
And they're making the grocery carts into makeshift grills. And I can't say if it was a cat or a raccoon, but whatever it was a four-legged animal.
And that, like, half the time when I see stuff like that, it's a video from like Sri Lanka or something. It's not even actually from where they say it's.
This was Springfield, Ohio, and I had to sift through that
Yeah.
bullshit too. And I'm like, man, that ain't even America. That's what they do there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. My sister, from the Denver, Aurora area, and I'm like, yo, is this shit happening? So my sister's boyfriend's like, nah. So the way he broke it down to me, like, you really think they're gonna come to our neighborhood and take
Right.
over our
That's
shit?
what I thought was weird.
I was like, nah,
then, like-
you right.
Like the mayor and the chief of police and like everybody's like nothing is happening.
This ain't happening.
And then I wonder, like, how many people saying this stuff on like TikTok or whatever are plants, like, just to like, because it's an election year, dude. Like, I already don't trust what the news says, but it's an election year, like, even more.
I found
The
more.
shit is just to get somebody riled up about something.
That's it. I found more nays than yays.
Me too. Like, every time I try to look into it, it's like I can't find any actual evidence.
No, like I said, I don't know what was on that grill. I can't tell you if it was
Yeah.
a dog or a cat. It might have been a fucking raccoon. And there's some country motherfuckers in here in Nebraska that eat fucking raccoon. I've been to
It's not that
some
weird.
parties where I'm like, whoa. As far as like, I'll use a town like Grand Island, where probably 5-10 years ago, because they started building those factories out there, Davis City, Central City, or whatever it is.
Yep.
You got a lot of Somalians and Hondurans and shit like that. But they came here to work,
Yeah.
not to take over. And I think, especially in the Midwest, I think that's more what it is.
And do they even eat cats and stuff in Haiti?
And see there, and I'm like, especially like some of these African migrant nations, like don't even fucking eat meat. They're a lot of them are Muslim
I've never heard of Haitians eating dogs or anything before. I'm not saying they don't. I guess I've just never heard of it. But like, if they don't do it in Haiti, why would they come over here and do it?
That's more of
That's if they
a
don't.
Southeast Asian thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And I don't even know if it's really a Southeast Asian thing today.
It kind of is.
Is it still
Some
over there?
places still, yeah.
Yeah, that's.
But I mean, that's just how it is. Like,
that's just what they think.
Like, we eat cows like a motherfucker, and India does not do that.
Growing up with my Vietnamese homies, like after the Vietnam War, we saw a lot of, the soldiers come back with their, I grew up with that in, shit, 76, 77, 78. Yeah, it was probably a 10-year span where we were mixed in the neighborhood with a lot of Vietnamese people. Damn, I just forgot what I was about to say. I had like 3 thoughts in my head.
That'll happen, dude. The refreshments.
Lost train of thought right there real quick.
Yeah, it's all good, man.
I had something dope on my mind, too.
It's all good.
Been doing that to myself.
We'll get back to it. That's what happens. You just get, and it's hard. Like, doing a podcast is kind of hard because you're like talking and you're also trying to like think about the next thing you're gonna say.
Next thing, nothing scripted.
Yeah, and it's hard because like we don't want to have a bunch of dead air and shit while we sit and think about what we're gonna talk about. So the whole time I'm talking, I'm trying to I'm googling the next thing we're gonna talk about, or I'm trying.
That's
to
why
think
I
of
would
the
never
next thing
talk
we're
on the
gonna
mic
talk
when I DJ'd.
Mm-hmm.
I just talked about that the other day with somebody. Like I used to DJ clubs and shit, like in my early teens. No, probably about 17, 18. I was already in the bar at 17, 18 years old. Back then, I don't know if you could still. You were able to work in a bar, you just couldn't drink.
I
think it was
doubt it now
18.
because you got to be 19. I think.
Is it 19
I think
now?
you got to be 19 to serve booze.
Yeah, I wasn't serving. I was just DJing.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess you probably could. Like, you could DJ a wedding or something, probably. Like, no problem.
Yeah, I was DJing bars and clubs.
Yeah, that wouldn't be that bad,
I was
probably.
doing all kind of shit, but I would never talk on the mic.
Uh-huh.
Didn't like the way I sounded, and I wasn't
Yeah.
very verbal.
Yeah.
I tell you, last call and that's it. Last call for alcohol. Get your shit. Or occasionally I would give them "Don't Start None, Won't Be None," and I would play to get everybody out of the bar. I would play Tracy Chapman.
That'll work. That'll do it.
Yeah, it worked every time. Or what was the song? Nothing Really Matters by Metallica.
Oh, that's a good one. Nothing else matters.
But this is a black club, dog. This is a probably a 90. There's white people in here. There's others in here. This is a 95% black club, dog. So to get everybody to clear out and not mingle in the parking lot, not mingle in the corners, because the cops are looking, they were looking to shut my dad's, establishment down. So we had to make sure everybody was out. Glasses put away, 'cause they don't want no glasses on the bar after hours. So I would blast that Metallica, man. Blast me, motherfuckers. I'm like, man, what the fuck? It's getting your ass up out of here, though. Worked every time.
Speaking of getting your ass out of here, time for us to go. That was a good one. That was fun, man. I needed. I had to take a couple weeks. I was just sad, dude. You know, I was just sad.
Totally understand.
Yeah, I just had to take some time, dude. This shit was rough. Well, we've had that dog since. I mean, she was 19 and I was 20.
I told Jenna that too.
Shit's fucking
You big
crazy.
dog, right?
No, it was a little one,
Little
the
one?
Chihuahua.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was our favorite Chihuahua, dude.
Oh,
It was her first one. Like when we were long distance, I was in California. It was her and that dog.
oh,
Yeah, dude. It was.
Baby,
we've had.
right.
Yeah, we've had. I mean, she handled it better than I did. Some days, like I was a wreck, dude. Like I honestly wasn't.
Hey man, my wife had to hold me up the other day
Dude,
too,
I
man.
really
I
wasn't.
said it was just wasn't my day that day. She
Yeah.
she held me down.
Yeah,
man.
I knew that my wife was gonna have a bad time, so I was dreading it because of how bad of a time I knew she was gonna have. I was not expecting to have as hard a time as I had, so it was just bad, man. I was sad.
That's why they some bad motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, I just had to be sad for a
That's
while.
why we married them, dog.
Yeah,
I knew
for real. Yeah.
she's able to hold me up when it ain't gonna happen much, baby. But when it does, I need you to just
like sometimes I need it.
put your forearm in my back.
Sometimes when I break down, dude, I break down real hard. It's a full breakdown.
That's your right.
So
That's your
yeah,
motherfucking
I need a
right.
little help sometimes too. So yeah, I appreciate my wife a lot. She helped me out a lot. But yeah, so I was just sad. If you have a dog, pet that dog, hug that dog.
Take him for a walk.
Love that dog. Take him for a walk, especially.
Give him a nice fresh carrot.
Give him a treat. My dogs really like pumpkin. It helps with their bellies.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, my dog has the bubble guts real bad in the morning. I've been putting just canned pumpkin. I've just been putting like 2 spoons of canned pumpkin in his food, and he hasn't had the bubble guts at all, and he hasn't been farting either. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, our dogs either, especially pugs, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They'll clear the room.
Oh,
Since we
yeah,
changed their
dude.
diet, and we did it to all 3 of them because, we don't want, go through this again.
For
No
sure.
gas, bro.
Fucking A, dude. All right. Pet your dog. Tell your friends to listen to us. Thanks for listening. Have a great week.